getting ready to go down and check the tomatoes. We may have to fight the bar for it because there's a bar with at least one cub running around down here in the hillside. And everybody wonders why I carry a gun around with me like 24 hours a day. It's because I live down here where the bears roll up in your backyard. And it's like 350, 400 pound black bear. And a couple of years ago, she ate all of our watermelons. Like every last one of them. When she ran out of watermelons, she decided that she'd squish them spaghetti squash because they weren't watermelons. She was angry. So when you run out of watermelons, you may have to fight the bear. And that's why we carry a gun around with us all the time, CTR. I roll around under these old cars and maybe snakes and varmints and critters. And we got lots of varmints and critters around here, and we got garden to protect and me to protect, all that too. So in answer to all them questions, yes. And America, on top of it, we're American. We can go carry any firearm we want to. It's the way we're built. It's our country and we're keeping it. In the meantime, roll on with us and we're going to go down the hill here.
And now he's going to kill me.
Yeah. We're going to go check out our tomatoes, see if there's a few left to pick that the bear didn't eat. I'm going to have to string up a hot wire here before long so we don't get the bear in my tomatoes no more. I hope. I don't know if that'll work. If not, then we're probably going to have the game commission come out. Trap set for. There's our tomato patch. Looks like we might have one or two to pick anyway. Let's go look over here. I thought y'all might want to know about the old Studebaker. I told you I'd give you another showcase. We'll give you a story. You just hang in there and we'll tell you about the Studebaker. CTR, we down here at a 48 Studebaker. And boy, this thing got bullet holes and beat marks everywhere. But there's a whole lot to this old Studebaker. You get to look at it. There's pieces of trim in here that don't exist no more. There's pretty dadburn complete. You notice there's headlight rings and bumper guards and whatnot in there. Now it's in rough shape, but I bet I know a guy that can fix it. And if you get to looking on this side over yonder, this is a limited car too, and its numbers match. The original motor and the tag matches the body and all that, but this old car has, well, it's seen a lot of better days. You get to looking all over it, there's stories written on the side of it. Every Halloween somebody visited this thing from like in the 70s. You start looking at some of this, it's hard to see, but they wrote on the side of the car. And we've read 1971 or something, I think there. But various places around here.
February 3rd.
February 3rd, yeah. A lot of Halloween stuff. November the 1st. There's all kinds of stuff all over this car written. Some of it's real hard to do. Mustang totaled, was injured October 30th, 1971. 1 year later, just got I don't know. We've looked at it in different lights. We've looked at it wet and dry and tried to decipher it. This car means something to somebody. It was at an old party spot down in the woods somewhere, and that's why it looks like this. Them kids just beat it to death, threw rocks at it, and shot it with guns and all kind of bad stuff. There's a lot of history here. I'll probably end up putting this thing back together. This is kind of my retirement project. This is pretty much going to be the coup d'etat of my skill set when I'm done. Probably the last one I do. I'll be getting up in the years enough. Probably won't mess with anything like this again. But I want to put it back together. I want to save the old thing. I may have to get the old English wheel out and make a new top and make a new hood, make a new fender, but I got them kind of skills. But this is the old Studebaker 48 model. It's one of 700 or 800 if I remember right. The old lady looked it up. We haven't sent off for the documentation yet. I think it cost 50 bucks. But if I got this right, it's a 7G Champion Starlight Coupe Regal Deluxe. That may be out of order, but all those things it is. And it's one of 700 or 800 to become that fancy. And it's something to do with these bars right here in the back window. That's kind of a unique thing. I'm not certain, but that's what it was. That's what the numbers come back to, and all the signs are there. That's what it was. Like I said, the engine tag and the body tag both match. I don't know. I don't remember. There it is down there. Anybody's a Studebaker fan, right there is the body tag. You're more than welcome to go research it and see what it is. That's the Studebaker. CTR, I'm out. CTR. We're down here in the bushes in the back lot a little bit. This CTR movie studio. We got a 73 Buick Riviera GS Stage 1. This car is the high horsepower 455. It's got the Grand Sport handling package. And it's complete. If you'll look, even the damn air conditioning compressor's free. This car was parked in, let's see, the license plate says it expired in '89, so I guess that means it probably ain't been drove since then. But it was an old woman's car. She was up in her 90s, and the kids and grandkids kind of took it away from her and just hid it back in the field, told her it was stolen, probably called the sheriff and stuff too, you know, and make sure he didn't go looking for it. Yeah, we're in a small town, so you can kind of do stuff like that. Take care of your kinfolk without shaming them. But it's a good old car, and I mean it's complete. She started grazing things with it, like that. Just rubbing us a little bit here and there. But it's got the cool pistol grip shifter on it. In the console, it's got the power leather bucket seats, power windows, power locks, power mirrors, air conditioning, tilt, cruise. Like I said, it's got the Grand Sport handling package, which means it's got a speed sensor on the left front wheel, which is kind of unique way back then. And it's a traction control type of deal. It's got a 12-bolt positive track in it from the factory, and it's in really good shape. It needs some floor pan work done on it, but other than that, it's in really good shape. The trunk pan's in really good shape too. It's not like the floors. I assume it's probably just leaking around these old windows, but the doors open and shut right. This car, it was ordered, special order. I think it was one of 1,700, and the only option it did not have was the sunroof, which is probably what saved its life because they leak so bad. Now I have another 73 Buick Riviera, and it was a 455 car as well, but it was not a GS or a Stage 1. And to get the GS and the Stage 1 together, it was special order only. I only made like 1,700 of them. CTR, I'm out.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, old CTR. We're down here trying to pick a tomato or two. We've got a bunch of them down here, and we keep trying to fight the bears for them because apparently they like my tomatoes too. So I may have to pick some of these a little before they're ripe.
There's a couple here.
Yeah, I'll get them on the way back.
Okay.
I may have to pick a few of them on the way back because, well, like that one right there. See the chomp marks?
Something been in it.
Done chomped. We'll see if we can't cut part out of there and maybe put it in a jar. I'm down the other side here. Lately it's been hard to get them ripe ones picked because the bears keep eating them. I don't want to pick none of them yet. Them Roma tomatoes I showed you right here, that big bunch of 4, something God ever dad burned one of them, never left a trace.
My head.
We'll go down the inside here and see if there's anything ready to pick yet. Looks like one right there. Look at that prettiness. Beautiful. We're picking them just a shade early in places. Like I said, they don't want the bears getting them because they're being pretty hard on them. They're eating like all of them. And as many tomatoes as we've got here, we ought to be canning the crap out of them. It's also been raining and sun coming out. Still pretty warm, so it's trying to split them a little bit because they're so wet. So we're going to pick anything that might be ready in a minute. See if we can't save what we can save. But boy, ain't they pretty. I mean, I got big hands. That's big old tomatoes. And there's a pretty good one right there. I mean, it's a big old tomato.
Oh, yeah.
I better pick that one now, have it chomped. It's easy access as they've got. And I think I'm gonna pick that one too. Better tuck them back up in there.
Probably that bear, he probably picked them out of there trying to get them tomatoes.
They're so heavy. They're trying to break over. I don't want to be too rough with them right now because they're wet. They'll try to sun scorched. I don't want to be too rough with them right now because they are wet. They'll try to break the vines if I tuck them back in today. I better pluck that one too, or we won't get it either. Like I said, I'm kind of picking them a little premature because we won't get them if we don't. CTR, I'm out. Hi all, CTR again. Walking through cobwebs. They don't taste very good. This is our other Buick Riviera. It's a 73 as well. And it's just slicker than a peeled onion. It's nasty inside. We need to vacuum it out. I ain't had time, but it's all there but the motor. I think there's an extra windshield in it or the other one. Maybe the other one.
Pretty sure it's the other one.
Anyway, we've got the stuff and the things. It was an air car as well. It's in really good shape, as you can see. Inside of the trunk on this one's even better than the other one. This car actually is probably more solid than the other one, but it's not the fancy one. It only has a 10-bolt rear end under it. It does have all the keystone wheels. I've got 5 for each car. I think I've got a spare for each one. But if you look down in the back, even the package tray stuff, it's not hurt none. I mean, it's in good shape. Had a vinyl top on it, but there's no rust in it, just the same. Ain't nobody hurt it yet. The other car had a vinyl top on it too, and it's undamaged. I've never had the hood open on this car, but I can tell you there's no motor in it. Well, we don't get enough action stuff going on. The weather has not cooperated at all for months now. It's either been 110 or raining, sometimes 110 while raining. It's been cold, 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 and horrible bad all the way up through time. Even way up in April, it was just like terrible bad cold. So, as the weather's kind of breaking a little bit, it's raining. It's down to about 90 out here, and humid. Man, is it humid. But we still have to go move this stuff around, and if you'll look at this old car, the rain's kind of washed some of the dust off of it. And man, ain't that paint pretty. Well, we're gonna fire this thing up and move it around in the yard because it's not in the right spot. Like I said, we're still putting the interior and whatnot back in this old thing. This don't sound too bad at all, does it? Ruckety ruckety. It's got about a 2800 stall in it. It's nice and tight. Stall's nice and loose. The old motor's real tight. Look at that prettiness outside. Not a bad deal to look at. CTR, I'm out.